what time will it take? Okay, a car is going 23 meters per second to start with. Accelerates at 3.5 meters per second. This must be our initial velocity. Right? This is our displacement. This is our acceleration. And we're trying to find the time, right? So displacement, initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time, right? And okay, displacement is 450 meters. That's our S. Our acceleration, no doubt about it, has got to be 3.5. Okay, our initial velocity is 23. And then it says, what's the time? And it would be very nice to use a formula that doesn't have a V. And in fact, we have a formula. That formula is S equals UT plus 1/2 AT squared. Right? Now here is the problem. If I plug these numbers in, this just doesn't look very nice. 450 is equal to 23 T plus 1/2 3.5 T squared. Now if you look at this, this is kind of tricky, right? We've got T to the 0, T to the 1, T to the 2. Okay, it cannot be easily factored, right? Okay, this is definitely a quadratic equation, and the way you would actually solve it is you would set it up this way, right? You'd go, what would you do? You'd set it up like half 3.5 T squared plus 23 T minus 450 equals 0, right? This would be your A, this would be your B, this would be your C, and then you just do the quadratic equation, right? I don't want to do that. I'm going to show you a workaround. Okay, so here's the workaround. Whoops. A failed horizontal line, okay? The workaround is that, notice it doesn't ask you for the final velocity, but if we find the final velocity, we can then find the time, right? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go V squared is U squared plus 2AS, okay? The initial velocity is 23 squared plus 2 times 3.5 times 450, right? And so V is going to be the square root of that, right? So I'm going to do that. Square root, left parenthesis, 23 squared plus 2 times 3.5 times 450. And I get the final velocity is 60.65, right? So this is, this car's going a little bit too fast, right? That's like, 130 miles an hour, something like that, something crazy, right? Okay, so now I've got this. This is equal to, and I believe it's positive 60.65. There's no question about it that it's accelerating in the same direction it's going, and so it's definitely a positive. It could be either way though, right? Because it's a square root of a square. Okay, and then I'm going to use V is U plus AT. Right, so then I'm going to use this guy, right? So final velocity is 60.65 is initial velocity 23 plus 3.5 times some time, right? So now I can subtract 23 from this number, and I get 37.65, and then divide by 3.5, and I get T is equal to 10.758 seconds, which is about 11 seconds, right? So it's up to you. If you want to use the quadratic equation, bust it out, crank out Wolfram alpha if you've got a solver or something like that, right? I just suggest you do step 1, step 2, right? The time is, right? It's up to you.